Man family, how have you guys been? Welcome to Paris Mueni Networks. My name is Paris Mueni. So here we edify you, we educate you, we teach you, we talk about a lot of things in the society. We talk about single parenting, be it single motherhood, single fatherhood, about conspiracy theories, be it about the government, about the entertainment industry, you name it all, and every other thing in between. We will edify you, we will open your eyes to see other things that you didn't even imagine. So today we are talking about fatherhood. So journey with me as we dig deeper into this topic about fatherhood. So you see, fatherhood is not just a fallacy. Being a father is not just a fallacy. It's a force that shapes the society and the world at large. And we are living in a world where being a man in itself is tough. And now even the feminist agenda is not even helping. And please don't get me wrong. Women being empowered is not even wrong. But you see, now when we empower the neck and we forget about the head, then there's a problem. So let's talk about fathers. So these are the people that shape the society in this sense. You see, fathers are known for correcting, bringing order, bringing discipline, and they are just a whole powerhouse. Do you get my point? So let's now dig deep and dissect the types of fathers that we have in our today's society. So we have the present fathers. The present fathers are the ones that will be there emotionally, physically, financially. They are even best friends. They are the best partners to their wives. Like they're there in every milestone, in every stage of their kids, they are present. On the same note, we also have present fathers, but who are emotionally unavailable. This is what I mean. You can grow in the same roof, like live under the same roof. The father will provide. He will make sure everything is there. But that guy never affirms you. He will never tell you, I'm so proud of you. He has never hugged you. You can attest to this. Like, how many Kenyan, let's just take it Kenya. How many Kenyan ladies or guys have enjoyed hugs from their fathers? Very few. Like on a scale of 1 to 100, I would say 20, right? So they're the fathers who are very present, like they're there physically, but emotionally they're out. Now you see that is a problem. Because now the kids will feel like, am I not enough? They will not even understand. There's a huge disconnect from the father and the kids. Yes, you're there, but man, you're not even present in my life. Even if something worse happens to me, I can't even approach you. We can't talk. We can't hold a conversation. Like you're just there to provide and there because you're my father. And sometimes they don't know better, right? And then now we have the ones that are not present and they're not absent. This is what I mean. So most of them, you find they're drug addicts and they are alcoholics. So you cannot measure the level, like their responsibility level can't accurately be measured because you will enjoy them when they are sober. And then there are times that they even brought home drunk. So we can't necessarily say they're present, but again, we can't say they're that absent. And then now we have these fathers who are present, yes, physically, and they're very abusive. This is what I mean. We have the physically abusive fathers to our parents, like to our moms. So you see, when you're growing in that family, you're seeing your mom being beaten, you're seeing your mom being verbally abused. Now it can change. It can affect you in two ways. One, you can choose to be different, or again carry the same dysfunction, especially for men, because I saw my father beating my mother and my mother would submit according to you. So when you get married, that is what you will do. And then for a lady, you might end up hating marriage because you're like, I don't want to end up being beaten like my mother was. Or to the extreme end, then you might end up loving people who beat you, because that is the kind of love that you saw growing up. So to you, beating equals love. When you get someone that doesn't beat you, you're like, I know. I've heard of cases where people say, I know he beats me, but you cannot understand us. It's easier to judge the people that are in abusive marriages until you understand the psychology behind it. It's not easy. Sometimes people are like, why can't you leave? You don't know. You cannot understand this. Maybe this person grew up seeing his father beating his mother, like, or her father beating her mother. Like, it's just a whole dysfunction in itself. So you can't just say, just get out. And then now we have these fathers who are stepfathers. This is what I mean. Biologically, that is not your kid, but you step in to raise that child as though that kid is yours, which is an amazing thing. And this has a lot of pressures, because one, you don't even know whether in future this kid will accept you. You might raise this kid and in future that kid will be like, you're not my father. Again, you might find that this kid is not a small baby that you can tell her or him, call me daddy. That kid knows you're not my father. But again, you still choose to be a good dad anyway. The way Joseph raised Jesus and he was not his biological father? Exactly my point. And in this aspect, we also have the father figures. Oh man, you're doing an amazing job. Like the ones that come in, some of them are uncles, some of them are mentors, coaches. You just choose to be a good father figure to that person in a way that someone can come to you and just feel safe. It's an amazing thing. And this makes me see that, fatherhood is not just about the blood. It's about the presence, the consistency, and the fact that you're willing to love that child and that girl, that boy, irregardless of how they might behave, which is so good. Now, speaking of fathers, and speaking of fathers who step in, it's a kind of dramatic thing, but it's beautiful how you guys still hold it together. Because you see, when you're coming in to raise another kid that is not biologically yours, at some point you might face the cases of baby daddy, baby mama drama. And having the energy to still keep it together and still raise that kid and still love that child is beautiful. Now, let's talk about absent fathers. And this is a crisis in our community and in our world. In our today's society, oh my God, this is a crisis. Because we have men who will enjoy the process of getting someone pregnant, but now they won't want anything to do with the responsibility that comes thereafter. Yeah. And you see, this is so deep, because when a father figure is absent, then a lot happens. Because you see, a father is known to affirm, to validate, to bring security. And when a father is present, the child grows up feeling confident, feeling secure, and they won't have identity issues. And you see, the absent fathers have caused a lot of trouble in our society. You see, there's a research that says that a larger percentage of the men in the prisons come from single mother backgrounds. And this is why most of them have not had a role model or a man to model for them what it is to be a man. So you see, there's a lot of crime issues. And again, they're dealing with identity issues. You get. So when the father is absent, oh my God, everything in the society goes wrong. And especially now when it comes to the ladies, the absent fathers, they end up having daddy issues. I had them. That's a story for another day. I really relate. And this also shows in the way They date their relationships because they mostly end up with unsafe and unhealthy people. Like they're in unhealthy relationships, but they stay anyway. You see, even now in our today's community, just a small disclaimer, please don't take it personal, but we have a large percentage of people in the LGBTQ community. Most of them didn't just join because they joined. In most cases, it's because they lack identity. Because the father was absent. Others have gone through extreme stuff. For instance, there are people who have been molested and raped by their fathers, by their uncles, or their relatives, or the people that they held close like a father figure to them. And so they end up joining the LGBTQ community because they don't have that identity. You understand? And we also have the people, you see these ladies that go to date, not all of them, but some of them that date older men, it's because of daddy issues again. There's a gap that a father lives in your heart that nothing else can fill it. And so in search of that love, you go to source for that love, but in different and wrong places. So sometimes you might see someone and judge them, but again, it's not always because they want to. And some don't even know, you know. And I wish all the fathers would be present, no matter the case. Just be present for your child. But who am I to say? Wow. Now we have the single fathers. The single fathers are now, the society is changing. So we used to have deadbeat fathers. Now we have deadbeat mothers. It shocks you. I know. We also have deadbeat mothers. And again, the things are changing. Divorce rates are so high. So again, we also have cases of divorce. And some people lose their partners, which is very unfortunate. And also, for those who have been to the labor room, it's not every woman who goes to labor that makes it out of that place alive. So some mothers die. And to those fathers who are single fathers and raising kids alone, oh my God, take your flowers. I'm telling you, it's not easy. Playing a mother and a father in the same, like, you have to balance that thing, and at the same time, and you have no manual, like you have to, oh my God, I don't even have words for you, but it's a great job that you guys are doing, because being a father and again having to nurture a child, oh my God, it's not even easy. And just to pose a question out there, do you have a father? And if you have one, how is your relationship with him? And how was your relationship again with your father? And let me introduce you to someone. This is the best father I know. He's very amazing. And his love is so unconditional. His name is Abba Father, our God. He's our source. You might have a dysfunctional family. You might have maybe you lost your father, or maybe your father just chose, I'll be a deadbeat father, or something happened. The cases are so extreme, we can't exhaust all of them. But I want you to know that you have an everlasting Father that loves you. His name is Abba Father, which means our source. Let me give you an example so that you'll understand what I mean. You see, when you go to a tap to get water, that tap is not the source of that water. That tap is just the channel for you to get that water. And so is our parents. So our parents are not necessarily our source completely. They're just the channel that God uses to bring us to the world. The same way he used Mary to bring Jesus, right? But he is our source. So no matter the dysfunction that you've gone through, you can always run back to the arms of your Father. By the way, do you have a personal relationship with God as your Father? Maybe it's some food for thought. Think about it. He's the only father that can never leave. Because think about it again. Even when our fathers are here, at some point they'll live, right? They'll die. Even if they live up to 100 years, they'll still live. But God doesn't. And just to give people flowers out there, in our today's society, we live in a society that the role of man, like the role of a man in the society, is slowly going down. The society that once had a man as its pride, it's changing. Today it's a society of equality. What a man can do, a woman can do better. Maybe it's a point for debate. I'm not sure about it. I can't really support it that much. But again, women are rising. But we also have fathers who are doing amazing jobs. Some of them are matatu, drivers, makangas, our border riders, and every man out there in any field, be it in the corporate world, whichever field that you are in. You know that already being a man is hard, and then you already have unseen battles that you're fighting. Now, to add on that, there's the economic challenges, and you also have to figure it out. And on top of that, you still have to be selfless enough to provide for your family. It's beautiful. Please take your flowers. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you for raising kings and queens that the present and the future generations will thank you for. Thank you for being present fathers, for being responsible, because this is something that is losing value each day. And for choosing that no matter what, I will be a present father and a present partner. The society might not see you, it might not celebrate you, but we see you, and you're doing a great job. So, guys, tell us, up to this far, what have you learned? What's your take home? What's that one thing that we've reminded you? Remember, we've talked about the present fathers, the absent fathers, the single fathers, the stepfathers, the father figures. We've named it all. What have you learned today? And to every father out there, every single day, strive to be the dad that maybe you never had, or maybe you wish you should have had, right? Fatherhood is not just about blood. It's not just about a title. It's a legacy. The fact that you're willing to learn, to provide, to be present, and to consistently be there for your family, even when you feel flawed, is recommendable. So be a good father, no matter what you did. Please heal. If it's whatever it contains healing, go heal. See a therapist. Speak about it, because again, men don't speak. Speak about it, heal, and become the best version of a father that your children will be proud of, and that the society will look at you and want to know, who's the father of this kid, by the way. Because it's okay to be a father, but it takes a special guy to be a dad. So be that dad. Whether you're flawed, whether you still feel not enough, whether you're appreciated, whether you're not appreciated, choose to be that father that the society will celebrate. And even if it doesn't, that child will one day look back and say, I had a good father. It's been an amazing conversation. Please share your thoughts down below in the comment section. Tell us what you've learned. Also tell us what you'd love us to do. Tell us, by the way, what kind of a father did you have growing up? Let's hear your stories as well. So guys, this is not the end of this topic. We've just scratched the surface. We have a lot more to discuss on the same. And in our next episode, we will dig deeper. The way the prophets say, go deeper. We will go deeper. So remember to connect with us and keep in touch with us, and also share your views and suggestions on our social media platforms, all of them. So on Instagram, it's Paris Mueni Networks. The same on YouTube. YouTube, it's Paris Mueni Networks. On TikTok, it's PMN Duo. On Facebook, it's PMN Duo. And guys, thank you for your support so far. Aren't you amazing? Thank you for the likes, for the subscriptions, for the watching. Thank you for supporting us this far. So let's meet next on our next episode as we dig deeper and also as we share a lot about this whole topic.